Hi, my name's Andrew. As you may or may not be able to see, I'm in a chair. What? Didn't even realize that was happening. And I normally have a hat that says Cripple on it, Cripple, but I'm not wearing it tonight, unfortunately. But this story is about why I'm proud to be part of both of those identities. And I know from the title of the story, I locked him out, it sounds like the start of a Bruno Mars song. Unfortunately, it's not that, and I don't have the singing ability to make that work. But let me just give you some background on Andrew. I have CP, which is a really cool little short acronym for cerebral palsy, which means that I basically can't walk, and I have brain damage. Yay! And so, basically, what this means as a queer man, it means that most people are shocked to find out that I had sex. So this story is going to blow your mind. Okay, let me just give you some background on me. When I was about 5 to 6 years ago, I was in my 20s and I lived in a residence dorm, which sounds really sexy, but it isn't. And I was I was horny all the time. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, horny all the time, and really wanted to get some all the time. So I did what any red-blooded gay man would do. I hopped on gay.com when that was a thing back in the day. And so I hopped on after my classes, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and see what's around. And I met this dude on there who said he was from London, and I was all excited because I was like, oh, British. Awesome, yeah. He was from London, and I was all excited. So I said, all right, well, you know, I'm in a wheelchair. How do you feel about that? And he goes, oh, no, it's okay. And I was a bit shocked because I was like, wow, most people are freaking out and don't really know how to process that. So he's like, okay, no, it's all right. I'll come over. So he came over, and okay, so the 20 minutes before you hook up with somebody is possibly the worst waiting time in your whole life. Because you're not really sure, are they going to show up? Are they going to be an axe murderer? I don't know. But they have my address and they're coming. So for me to be comfortable, the only thing that I knew how to do to get myself ready for this mind-blowing sex that I created in my mind was to throw on some Christina Aguilera, Dirty, and play it possibly 7 times while waiting for this person. And so I remember he came over and we had cheese chips together. Because that's what you do before you make out with somebody and you're 25. We had cheese chips and he was all hipstery and cool and I was all nervous and shy and sweating, couldn't form words. And so, because he was British, and I was like, okay, you're really attractive, what do I do? So we did the deed and it was all well and good. Now you'd think I would tell you the story about the deed. No. What happens, that's hilarious about it is what happens after. So when I'm in bed with somebody, I'm going to be very frank with all of you here because we're all friends, right? So when I'm in bed with somebody, I like to assume what I call the dead turtle position. And what that is because I don't have the ability to roll over and move myself, I kind of look like this. So I'm sitting like this with my hands up, unable to move. And so if the person wants to get funky with me, they have to do all the moving, and I just kind of lie there. Now, that doesn't sound very fun, but I promise you, I'm very good with my mouth. So this person and I did the deed, which was amazing because I was there. This individual and I did the deed, and so then he said, oh, you have to go have a pee. I said, all right, just go to the bathroom there, which because it was a university residence, was across from the kitchen and in the common area, so he went to go pee. I said, great. He closed the door behind him. Now, this is awesome for university residences. He closed the door behind him, and he accidentally locked the door. Now, I'm in bed without a phone, without any way of contacting anyone, because we were having sex. I figured, what do I need my phone for? I'm not going to be calling my peeps. He's like, yo, look at this. So he closed the door. I didn't realize this until he was like, oi, can you let me in? And I was like, now picture this. I'm in bed in all my glory, looking around for anything to open the door. Meanwhile, the door's way over here, and I'm in bed going, I'd really like to. Really, I would. And he's like, oh, you locked me out. And I said, no, you locked you out, and I can't help you. So he's fumbling around, trying to get a knife to like open the door, and I'm sitting there laughing my head off because I cannot do anything. There's no way I can help him. He's in my kitchen by himself with his junk hanging out, doing I don't know what. And I'm sitting there thinking, wow, this is the most disabled I've ever felt in my whole life, but it's hilarious. So he goes, oi, what do I do? And I said, okay. My neighbor across the hall is one of my attendants. Go get some linen out of my closet, wrap it around yourself, which I don't know how he did, but he managed to, and go get him. He'll let you in. So he says, all right. And I hear him like shuffle and open the door and do all this stuff to like get the linens. Meanwhile, I'm falling apart laughing because I'm in there trapped with this stranger who I've just had sex with, and I'm trying to be all cool and sexy. He's like, what do I do? So he knocked on my neighbor's door, and this friend of mine was one of my attendants and heard all my salacious sex stories. So I figured he would get a good laugh. Unfortunately for my partner, it wasn't my friend. It was his severely hermity roommate who opened the door and didn't understand why there was a naked man standing in the hallway. I, of course, don't blame him, because I wouldn't understand either. Although being a gay man, if a naked man was in my hallway, I would have taken different action. So my friend's roommate proceeded to call security, who proceeded to, I am again locked in my bedroom, unable to hear all this, again with my everything out in its glory, being like, great, what do I do? So security says, who are you? And my partner said, well, I'm a friend of Andrew's, and he goes, oh, okay. And he opens the door, and he opens the door and goes, oh, that's what you two are doing. Because security at the time didn't realize that, I didn't expressly say that I was gay. So I think my friend, who was a total bro, he was one of those guys who like was cool with everything, but when you see it happening, they freak out. Oh, this is what gay people do. And so he let my friend in, but the look on his face, I swear to God, was, dude, why didn't you just get the door? And then he realized, yeah, you can't. And so I thought for sure this guy's gonna leave, he's gonna run, he's gonna freak out because I trapped him at my house for 20 minutes, and then I made him get campus security to open the door. We had a good laugh about it, and so we still talk to this day, which is awesome. That was 7 years ago. But what I like about that story and why it's important to me is because most people don't think that people with disabilities can have sex. It's something that we don't talk enough about in our culture, especially as gay men. It's something that is completely removed from discussion. So I like that story because it wasn't tragic. I have some of those too. I can bring those up at another time. It wasn't overly campy. It was just funny because these are the realities for somebody with a disability trying to have a sex life, the funny, hilarious, awkward things that happen. And so I locked him out, but I locked him out in the funniest way possible. So thank you.